Hello everyone, great to see you back on the Windsor family. Here, we bring you breaking news, fascinating stories, and little-known mysteries of the royal family. Make sure to like this video and subscribe so you won't miss any updates. Few confessions cut as deeply as those offered by individuals who built their reputations on sharp words and unyielding judgment. And for Amanda Platell, the seasoned columnist known for her blunt commentary, the realization that she may have crossed a line with Catherine, Princess of Wales, has left her shaken and, in her own words, breathless with regret, a startling admission from someone who has long prided herself on being unsparing in her assessments. And it is this rare acknowledgement of personal failure that has sent ripples through both the royal watching establishment and the wider readership that has consumed her work for decades, because the target of her remorse is none other than Kate, the woman who, more than any other, has come to embody the stability and grace of the modern monarchy. And Platell's admission that she despised herself for a past remark about Catherine has invited speculation not only about what was said, but also about why such words carry such weight in the present moment. For Kate is not a celebrity politician or a passing starlet, but the future queen consort, the face of continuity after a reign that defined an era. And in a time when the monarchy is fragile, every word aimed at her echoes across the institution itself, and Platell, who built her career on exposing distortions in politics, celebrity culture, and even the monarchy, appears to have underestimated the reverence with which the Princess of Wales is regarded. Learning belatedly that to criticize Kate is not merely to provoke a headline, but to strike at the very heart of a public narrative that depends upon her serenity, her composure, and her unerring sense of duty. And this is where the modern monarchy finds itself both empowered and imprisoned, for the royals no longer exist only as distant figures waving from gilded balconies, but as constant fixtures of online news feeds, gossip columns, and endless talk shows. And in this glare, a single flattering headline can transform a duchess into a global-style icon, while a cruel aside can reverberate like a wound, leaving scars that last long after the news cycle has turned. And Platell herself admits she once thought she was clever in her critique, only to realize in hindsight that cruelty is rarely clever, and her remorse is magnified by the subject. Kate, who has been positioned since her marriage, not just as a wife to William, but as the monarchy's surest bet for survival, admired for her understated elegance, her devotion to her children, and her quiet strength that resonates with a public weary of scandal. And when she disappeared from public duties earlier this year amid mounting speculation about her health, the vacuum was filled with fevered theories and online conspiracies, until the palace finally confirmed her medical struggles, at which point the nation seemed to hold its breath. And it is against this backdrop that Platell's apology has landed, not as a trivial retraction of a glib remark, but as a sobering acknowledgement that her words, amplified in a culture of relentless scrutiny, may have added weight to the burden Catherine already carried. For if even the most admired royal cannot escape the sting of hostile commentary, what hope is there for others within the family less beloved? And Platell now admits she wishes she had shown compassion, wishes she had remembered that beneath the titles and the flawless public image is a woman who bleeds and suffers like any other. And though reactions to her confession are mixed, with some praising her courage to admit fault while others dismiss the apology as too little, too late, the larger conversation it has reignited about the monarchy's uneasy relationship with the press is impossible to ignore, because in the end, the story is less about one columnist's regret than about the delicate balance between admiration and cruelty that defines how the House of Windsor is seen, and the sobering reminder that in the age of 24-hour media, words do not merely describe reality, they shape it, sometimes painfully so.